Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum to all of you. Today, I'm going to have a new topic of your 13th week, that is your the use of may and might. Actually, some of the students feel difficulty that what actually the difference and what is the difference or what are the differences between may and might. And some of the students believe that they both are same. To some extent, both are same in some meaning, but actually, in terms of usage, there is a difference. Now we have to see that what are the difference between may and might. Here, now just proceed towards our lecture. Now let's have a look on the difference between may and might. Now we use may whenever there is a higher possibility of possible chances. Clear? Now if I say uh, she may be at home means there is a maximum chances, there is a higher chances of possibility of her to be at the home. So that's why we use may whenever we have a higher possibilities of chances or higher chances of possibility of any person, whether it is a girl or whether it is a boy, to be at home. So that's why we use may for higher chances of possibility. But whereas we use might especially when there is a just, we can say, the just possibility, not higher possibility, but we are just talking about the just possibility of might. So that's why we use might for the possibility. Clear? Now the example is given, he might like playing basketball means there is a chances. But if you just compare this word might with the may, so there is a slightly difference of higher possibility with the natural or neutral possibility. So that's why we use may for the higher possibility and the might as a general normal possibility. Here. Now the second one, that is your we use may in terms of your permission or for ask permission. Now if you just see the example that may I sit here, clear? May I sit here? Now what actually it shows? It shows the question in terms of your permission means the person is asking for the permission to sit here in the chair. So that's why we use may for asking the permission. But there is we use might in some in terms of your more formal permission means if you just compare may or with the might, so definitely might is more formal rather than the may in terms of your permission means might is being used as a more formal means we have to use might rather than the may in terms of your permission and especially in your more formal permission. Now the example is given, may I ask you a question? Sorry, might I ask you a question? Now what actually it shows the more formal permission rather than the may. Actually it shows that may is used as a, the general permission. Clear? But when we use might, now it shows the more formal permission. So there is a difference of might and may. Now the third one we use may with the permission whenever we are just trying to give the permission. Before this we are asking for the permission, but right now we are trying to give the permission to the fellow person. Likewise, yes, you may go now. Now what actually it shows the permission. The fellow girl, she's giving or she's trying to give the permission to the she's trying to give permission to the fellow person. Yes, you may go now. Now this word may is used for permission or for giving permission to someone. So that's why we use may. But whereas we use might for suggestion. We use might for polite suggestion. Now the example is given, you may try my cheesecake. Now as you know, mashallah, some of the girls are, mashallah, the girls are fond of making, cooking or preparing the cake. Likewise, in terms of your chocolate cake, in terms of your pineapple cake or cheesecake. So that's why she is trying to give the suggestion to the fellow person that you might try my cheesecake. Now, what actually it shows? It shows a polite suggestion towards the fellow person. Likewise, if I just give you the example of Rida, you can say Aisha, you can say Taiba, you can say Banazi, or whatever, whosoever is. Now, the fellow girl is trying to give the suggestion to the fallen person. Yes, she's trying to say that you might try my cheesecake, or you can say the Taiba is trying to say that you might try my cheesecake. So that becomes what? That becomes a polite suggestion for the other person. So that's why we use might for the polite suggestion. Now another one we use may for the request. Clear? Now the example is given, may I have the bill please. Now what actually it shows? Now it shows that the fala better is being asked by the customers for the bill. Means the following person is trying to request the following person, or the customer is trying to request the better that please may I have the bill. Now what it actually it shows? Now it shows a request towards the better. Clear? Now this following person, now if you see from the pic that there is a person with the blue shirt. Now he's trying to request the follow better, that may I have the bill please. So that's why we use may for the request. But whereas we use might for the more formal request. Now that the difference is that we use might for the polite request and we use may for the general request, as we do especially as we request normally other person. So that's why we use may. But whenever you're just trying to use the might, now that becomes the more formal request uh, rather than the may. Now the example is given, might I borrow your book? Now what actually it shows? It defines, it explains, it gives the more formal request. Clear? Now the second one, that is your may. Now may definitely yesterday, not yesterday, but on Monday, I gave you the example of may in terms of your wishing someone, or whenever we just try to wish someone. So definitely we give the example. Likewise, now the example is may in terms of your only wish. So we can use may you both be very happy. Means we are just trying to give the wish. We are just trying to give the prayers to these two both couples. Means there is a couple. Now his father. Likewise, now this person with the white cap. Now this is the father. Especially now, father doesn't mean here the person who is your you know uh, your real father. Father means the person, likewise, in terms when being a Muslim, we can say in Sindhi language, Padri. If we are Muslim, then definitely we say the Maulana or Maulana Masjid Sabar or Masjid or whatever the Maulana of the Masjid or Mosque. Clear? So this father belongs to the church. So in Sindhi language, we can say father as a Padri. Clear? In terms of if they are Christian, so we can use Padri. But if you're just talking about the Hinduism, so we can say Pandit or whatever. So that's why we use father in terms of different religion, as a Maulana, as a Padri, or as a the Pandit. So this is the Fala person as a Padri or being a Padri. Now he is trying to give them a wish that may you both be very happy. Now these are the two. There is a female and there is a male person. They are going to get married, so that's why they are getting the wishes from the father. So that's why the father is trying to say, trying to wish them that may you both be very happy. Now this wish is basically is always used with the may, not the might. May is always used with the wish, not by the might. So that's why we use may with the wish, or we can use wish with the may. Okay? And now the another example is that that there is a might. Now we use might with the conditions. Whenever we use if, now if is used whenever there is a condition. So that's why we use the if. Now if the example is given, if you worked hard, you might finish it. Now what actually it shows? It shows a conditional sentences, or it shows a condition of a person that when if, or if he worked hard, then definitely he might finish it very easily. So that's why we use might when there is some sort of a conditions of doing some work of or happening something. Clear? So that's why we use might with the conditions. Clear? And listen, we never use might with the wishes. Now, so please keep this thing in your mind, in your heart too, that we never use might with the wish. We only and only use wish with the may. Clear? So this is all about today's lecture. If you have any kind of a question, so you can ask me right now. So till then, thank you.